Hey now, it's Steve Sears from Bionic Buzz. I'm here with Rob from the band Nomadic. Is the band basically you, like Trent and his Nine Inch Nails and Chris from Dashboard Confessions, or do you have like a band group?
Yeah, it's mostly, I guess it's mostly me, sort of singer-songwriter project. I mean, we've had a lot of, since we started, we've had a lot of musicians playing with us, but they all tend to be nomadic as well. So I guess I'm the, the main, sort of the mainstay and the,
Yeah.
singer-songwriter of the group, yeah.
Is it you'd rather have like a band name than go by like your own name, or, is it?
Yeah, I think the nomadic, it basically sort of captures my life story a little bit. And then I realized that it's, people who play with me have the same kind of story. And then the fans who come and watch us all tend to be the same type of people as well, like very nomadic, travelers, sort of free spirits,
Gotcha.
kind of supporting minorities and diversity and the power and creativity that comes through diversity and travel and movement. So for me, it was more, a lot of my friends joke, oh, we're more like a nomadic tribe than a band. So I felt like the nomadic kind of captures all of that much better than just, my own name,
Yeah. Plus, it's cooler to wear that on a t-shirt than like someone's name, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. Where did your passion for music come from? Was it a certain album you heard, a live performance, or just something that was natural for you had since a child?
I think it just was something that I've always had. I mean, my mum used to sing and play piano. My dad told me recently at quite a young age, he used to play concerts in Australia. And I think, growing up, I mean, obviously very young, listened to, the Stones and the Beatles and stuff that my parents were maybe listening to, Pink Floyd and U2. And it was just something I could just always get myself lost in a song, and get lost in the texture and the beauty of the song. So I think it was just something that's always been in me that obviously over time I've kind of developed it.
Very cool. All right, let's talk about your new single, Waiting. It's an amazing song. I love it. I assume you wrote it or came up with the concept while you're waiting for someone like an airport or train.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I think there's a lot of layers to the song that are kind of becoming more apparent to me all the time.
Yeah.
No, I was actually in my house in my apartment in New York. I have a nice kind of Manhattan view, and I think it was a Saturday night, and I was sort of playing around with those chords. And there's a lot of layers around the waiting. Obviously, as you said, travel, trains, planes, buses. It's all become, a bit more layered now with COVID-19 and everything. But also, it can be about different things, waiting for a long lost friend or a lover. Can be waiting for yourself to finally, come into yourself and achieve your true potential as a human being. So there was a lot of aspects of waiting that were kind of moving around my head at that time, I think, when I wrote it. So yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking of layers, there's a lot of great stuff in the song. I thought the little piano riff you added to it. You also have like some women singing in the background. Like, who was that singing? It's supposed to be like a man and woman singing to each other, like they're waiting for each other. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine, Monica Chalona, who's at Daphne Music, and she plays with us on keyboards and vocals, and just an amazing pianist and a vocalist as well. There wasn't really any thinking about is the man singing to the woman. I mean, I do like that interpretation. That I don't know necessarily that was the first thing I was thinking of, but it was just a nice. I think that the harmony of the second chorus was just something I really love, because the first chorus is just me singing, and then she comes in with the harmony. And I think it just really makes the song, as you said, the piano riff. I don't know if you've seen the video
Yes.
on YouTube, but I think like the part that I like watch time and time again, and okay, I'm a bit biased because I wrote it, but where it sort of breaks down and it says if it's not too late, and then it just goes to a really nice kind of guitar delay riff, and the traffic speeding past. That somehow just always captures me and sort of sends me off into dreamland when I watch that bit. We had a friend of mine, Fabrice Gamon, on drums, and Monica on piano and vocals, and definitely added a lot to the song for sure.
Yeah, I got to my next question. I love the music video. Who directed it? And I assume it was shot around New York City, or?
Yeah, there's a friend of mine, Stephen Nathan of Don't Believe in Ghosts, who produced and directed it, and yeah, we shot it in New York City, and yeah, I mean, it was just that we were exploring the concept of obviously time and waiting and clocks and airports and train stations. There's a bit there, when someone's holding the railing on the subway, and obviously now with the whole COVID-19 thing, I was thinking, how are people going to react to that? But we didn't want to take it out because it was filmed when it was filmed, and in a way, it's like a kind of a nice reminder of our life and what we things we can look forward to doing again, like the simple pleasure quote unquote of holding a railing in a subway, if that was ever pleasurable for people. But yeah,
you can always do a COVID-19 version where we're just waiting in quarantine,
Yeah, it'd just be me in my apartment. It may not be that interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love the you had that big chair you were sitting into. Was that yours? It's like this cool rock throne thing,
Yeah. No, I really love that. We shot that in a studio here in New York, and yeah, I mean, if you see the original first song I put out, Drifting, last September, it was sort of a very different vibe, and this one I definitely tried to sort of ramp it up a bit on the whole like rock star element, and get into that persona. So I really enjoyed shooting that video, and I was happy with how it came out, and hopefully each one we do now will be slightly different, slightly layered, and we'll be upping our game on the videos each time. Yeah,
very cool. And he had a very cool guitar in it. It's very unique looking. What kind of guitar is that? I don't really know.
Yeah, that's a Rickenbacker. I mean, I have a few different guitars, but the Rickenbacker is probably I can show you. I don't know if you could see it right here. It's definitely the main one.
I love the color and the style of it,
Yeah, it's definitely the main one I'll use in concerts. I mean, I do have some backup guitars which I like, but Stratocasters and Telecasters, things like that. But and I have a few acoustics. But the Rickenbacker, I think it just goes really well with my kind of music, especially with when I have the guitar pedal delays on. It just works well, I feel, with my songs. So yeah, I mean, I definitely love the Rickenbacker.
Well, speaking of shows, you have, I guess, a tentative show coming up in July. Anything else coming up we should know about?
Yeah, we have the show July 25th with Hello Halo Music and Don't Believe in Ghosts at the Knitting Factory. We'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, I mean, they had a first concert in Arkansas. I mean, it was pretty spread out, but still it was better than nothing,
Yeah. I mean, it could be possible. Still a couple of months away. And then, I mean, I played a lot in sort of 17, 18, 19 in New York, and just testing out a range of material on the fans. And so what I'm concentrating on now is just putting out singles and videos, and getting that in front of as many people as possible, and have people check out our music and see what they think. So it had always been part of my plan, even before this COVID thing happened, to probably play a little less this year and concentrate a bit more on producing some content and putting that out. So that's always been the plan.
All right, very cool. Where can people keep in touch with you, listen to your music online, and follow you on social media?
Yeah, that'd be great. It's at the Nomadic Band on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And yeah, please subscribe. We've got Drifting and Waiting on our YouTube channel, and a couple of other live videos. So yeah, just check us out at the Nomadic on YouTube, and of course Spotify. Yeah.
Very cool. Rob, thanks so much for joining me, and we'll keep in touch and talk to you about future music down the road, all right?
Fantastic. Cool.
Take care, man.